Welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. 2007 Chevy Impala LT with 3.5 engine. On this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the water pump. Now, we got a video right on the side of it, somewhere in the front, back, I don't know, whichever one, that did the thermostat. And if you saw that we did the thermostat, we left the upper radiator hose off because I had to remove that anyway. And we went through the extra procedures of moving things out of the way so you can see the video better. Because I'm tired. I am sick and tired. Guys, girls, and I know you know what I'm talking about. You go online, you go to YouTube, and you look up a video to see how to do something on your own car. Because you know, to do-it-yourself. Our channel's geared for the do-it-yourselfer. So you go looking up a video, like for instance, like to change the water pump on this. So the guy starts out with the water pump out already. Like, are you kidding me? How to get to it, you know? Or the camera's out there and he's doing the water pump over here and you have no idea what's going on. You know, I get so frustrated at that, you know, and I know you girls and guys do also because you do it yourselfers. You're looking at this video because you want to know how to do it, all right? Simple as that. I mean, if I want to learn that way, I'll go to the shop. You know how they have the signs that you can't, no customers allowed in the work area. So you standing outside the bay while they working on your car, you still can't see nothing. That's all you see, the hands moving in the tools. Alright, enough of this. Let's get the car jacked up. Actually, it's already jacked up. Got it on jack stands. Got our pan up under there. I'm going to show you that. Let's get this thing done. Subscribe. Alright? Definitely subscribe to the #1 channel on YouTube. We are the #1 channel. We are the most I'm not putting down other guys, you know, doing YouTube channel. We are professional. That is max. All right, let's get this done, man. All right, check it out. From the last time we worked on the vehicle, last video, we got an upper radiator hose off. Now, I guess I'm gonna have to show you that. All right, jack your car up. Get it up on jack stands. If you're on dirt, put a piece of block of wood up under there, under that jack stand, so this thing does not tilt and jump all over you. Well, we're not going to be under the vehicle, but just in case, you want to make sure that. Now, we got our drain pan up under there. Put your drain pan up under there, right up under the area where you can see I got the antifreeze at. Now you're going to have your upper radiator hose. This hose go from here. Yeah, my hands are getting dirty. Dang it. Where my gloves at, man? Let me go get some gloves. I'll be right back. All right, got my gloves on. I know you like, what the heck, man? This guy's some prima donna or something. What the heck wrong with him, man? I don't know, man. Listen, I don't know. All right. Now, you see the neck of the radiator right there. So, that hose goes here. And then, put it down there. It goes just like that. All right. So, what I did was loosen up this clamp with a screwdriver. And I took vice grips and squeezed this together, or if you got the tool. Be careful, watch out for that positive terminal. So if you see in the other video I did this, I end up hitting it with the air ratchet and it sparked a little bit. Everything good. Alright, once you get that hose off, now remember, take note to what side goes to what side. Alright, and now I know the side with the dang it. The side with the regular clamp goes towards the engine. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is I got here a glove and a rag. And what I'm going to do here is cover up my positive terminal. I'll wrap it up a little bit. Alright, because what we're going to be doing is working with, see right there? There's your water pump pulley right there. And then we got 4 5/16 or 8mm bolts. Before we take the belt off, we want to loosen those up. Now sometimes it's kind of difficult to loosen them up because you know, sometimes it will spin, but we're going to see if it don't. So let's get us a, and what I have here is I have a 5/16, same 8mm, 3/8 drive, shallow socket. Get our 3/8 drive ratchet. Now what I'm going to see here, if we can loosen them up. You know, son of a bum, man. Listen, that's a, sorry, no, back that up. It's a 10mm. Dang it. Okay, we got one here. I thought it was. My mistake. My bad. Don't be yelling at me. What the heck? I know y'all like Astro don't make a mistake, so it's gotta be the dealership made a mistake. They're supposed to be 5/16 or 8 millimeter. All right, 10 millimeter. Okay, let's see if we can loosen these up. Oh, great. So 1, 2. And the reason why you're doing this because if you take that belt off, it's kind of difficult to loosen them up because the pulley is going to spin. 3, and there's number 4 right there. Number 4. All right, now what we're going to do is this hole, see the power steering hose right here? You know, you might can be able to get the water pump out without it, but I'm going to move it out of the way because I want you guys and girls to make sure y'all get a good view at this. All right, so what we have here, instead of taking it off from the bolt, the bracket right here, I'm going to take it off from back there, and that looks like about a 12 or 13. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's get both of them. All right. Let's see. Is it a 13? And it is a 13. All right. So let's get a 13 hooked up here. Y'all guys try to do things at one time. Damn, man. Alright, so let's reach in there. Alright, let's get that bolt out of there. There you go. I guess we need some more help, huh? Everything is a pain in the neck. And actually, wait a minute here. That 13 feel kind of loose. Okay, it is. Alright, let's try this again. Get up under there. You know what? Let's just use the socket. And make sure I'll cover this, to make sure this thing stays on. There we go. All right, there we go. Let's put this to the side. And this hole should be able to swing. See how it comes swinging out of the way? Let's go get us a wire or something so we can tie this over to the side. Be right back. All right, got us a long piece of wire here. And what I'm gonna do is the bolt hole there. I'm gonna put this wire through it. I'm gonna tie that up, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. All right, let me tie that up. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next. All right, see, I got that tied up. I could probably do a better job at it, put it in a knot. And what I'm gonna do is bring it up here, bring it up around the expansion tank. I'm gonna tie it up right just like that. All right, so let me tie that in a knot. Then we're gonna bring that up tighter. All right, right back. All right, we got that tied up to the side. Now what we're gonna do is remove the belt. Now the belt tensioner is way down there. And matter of fact, let me get a light, and I'm gonna try to show you where it's at. It's right there. See that? Pulley right there. There's the pulley to it. And they got it way down there. Now, it is kind of difficult to get to sometimes. Because you got a 3/8 drive ratchet with a long something. Man, but I'm going to show you what you get. Nice little tool you should get. Get you a Serpentine belt remover. Get one of these tools right here. This one's from Matco, but you can go to Harbor Freight and get one. These things are great for that. Now to take that off, you're going to need this one. It's just a 3/8 drive, just like a ratchet. Just like that right there. So if you don't have it, get a ratchet and get a long, make sure it's a long ratchet. Alright, then we're going to hook up this to it. And then we got the bar to get way down in there. So now we got that much of an extension. Alright, so let's hit this. Let's hit this. I'm trying to move this stuff out the way and get in there. Right back. Alright, got the stuff out there. Now what you want to do is make sure your ratchet and everything, make sure it's going clockwise. And what you're going to do is put this ratchet down in there. And you're going to try to find where the thing, get this thing out of the way. You're going to try to find where the tool, where that slot is at. And once you get in there, now this thing should go in there more, but it's not. There it is. Just snap right into place. And what you want to do is bring it, just like I said, clockwise. You see that? The tension? It's going to take it right off. So while you're bringing that over there like this pulley right here, I'm going to take the belt off. I'd like to show you this. Get that pulley off right there. If I can just put that camera up in there. Okay, and then release and just leave that tool right there, so that way it's already set up. So now we're gonna get this belt off. I might have to do it again. It's a weird belt going around. Let's get it off the off the AC compressor. All right, now we can just get it right off the pump. And again, watch out for this tool here. Make sure everything is covered up over here. And get this off of there like that and swing that to the side. All right, now you can actually, these bolts, since you loosen them up, you can actually reach down here, and as you can see, they'll start coming off by hand. Once you get them all off, let's put these bolts up here on the top so we don't lose them, drop them. And we just take our pulley, come right off. Alright, now you gotta take off the bolts to the water pump. You know what I'm gonna do here to make this easier for you guys? Now you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna take off this idler pulley right here so you can see this job a lot better. Alright, looks like about a 13, so let's get that, take that off. Alright, we got a 15 millimeter and 3/8 drive, the ratchet. Let's go right here and loosen that up. Take this off. And that, again, you don't have to do this. This is just so you guys and girls can see better how your water pump is set up. You might want to take it out because it might be easier to get to. Don't know. Alright, there we go. Set that to the side. And there's our water pump bolts right there's our water pump. Now, to look at this water pump, let's go look at the new one so we can give you an idea of what bolts, how many bolts it is to take out and everything. Alright, here we got water pump. Customer got it from O'Reilly. It looks like, you know, I see dirt marks in here. And you see right there? So somebody had this, I don't know, man. Somebody had, look at this. So I have no idea. Oh well. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 bolts. And you can see that little weep hole right there. It looks like on the old one that was on the top, so we know it's right there. So we're gonna have 5 bolts we're gonna be looking for. So let's go over here and 13. It looks like a 13 millimeter on these bolts. So let's see here. Yes, it is. All right, so 3 I can see right off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5's got to be up underneath somewhere. All right, number 5 is right. Some of our clampers down there too. So I'm gonna make it easy. Let's get to that bottom one first. All right, let me get my socket down here in the antifreeze container and get that off. Right back. All right, let's go get to our first bolt first. This bolt is way up under here. So let's get this belt out of our way. And again, 13 millimeter deep I got. Now I can probably use an air ratchet, but I'm gonna show you by using it by a wrench. You can see I got the bolt right there. Now that I showed you that, I'm gonna get me an air ratchet. Better back. All right, go down here. Find that bolt again. Get this bolt out of our way. Okay. There's one bolt. Now we know there's 4 more, so we just work our way around the water pump. And what I do, I like to get the ones to the bottom first. And as you take them out, you want to make sure all of them are the same size, which they should be. All right. Because if one of them is longer, you don't want to put a long one where a short one is, or so vice versa. We got 3, so now we got 2 more bolts. And I can see them right there on the top. And the last one. Now, the last one I'm going to do is loosen it up. Now what I want to do is shake our water pump loose. Just like that. So let the rest of the antifreeze drain out. Then I'm going to reach down there and take that last bolt out of there. Again, take notice, our weep hole is on the top. So when you go put the pump back. Alright, get our bolt, bring our water pump out of here. And there we go. Be right back. Alright, I want to show you something here. You see see the stains? How the old stain that was leaking down, leaking out of there. It was leaking right from the weep hole, coming out and just draining all down. And that can cause a pump not to really work right, and this one's really spinning kind of freely, so I'm not even sure if it was really, I think the seal might be messed up inside or something, I don't know. Alright, let's go check out our new one. We'll be right back. Alright, what we're going to do is over here, we're going to pull out the old gasket. It's a metal gasket, which I'm very surprised that the new one didn't come with a metal gasket. These are the best, but oh well. Alright, let's go get our new one set up, and we'll be right back. Alright, here we go. And you know, this pump definitely look at these marks over here and all. This pump was definitely, oh well. Alright, now what I like to do is, especially when this is a cheesy pump, man. This gasket and all. When I work with these gaskets, I mean, I'd rather have the original one, the metal one, came with this. So what you want to do, just in case you have to do this water pump again one time in the future, or somebody, I'll show you a nice way of doing something. First you want to make sure the gasket is pretty flat. Now you want to take some weather stripping, yellow weather stripping. You want to put a thin layer bead on the pump first, because this stuff really seals up, and it's, dang it, man, matter of fact, it's sealed up so much. Alright, and you want to put a little bead, not a lot, just a small bead around it. Just like that. And take your time, seal the thing back up. Now while you're doing this, is because if you ever have to change the pump again, this stuff will seal to this gasket like you wouldn't believe. So you're going to eliminate the need to scrape. Then you want to set our gasket down. Make sure you got everything. Make sure it's lined up perfectly. Put that gasket on there. You know, go around, push it down into place. Again, just like I said, this is going to seal right up against the water pump. And hold on. What you want to do, take your old bolts, water pump bolts, you want to put them in there. So that's to make sure that the gasket is lined up perfectly. Alright, now what we're going to do is let that set for about 5 minutes, and make sure once in a while go back around and make sure that gasket is pushed down. Just about 5 minutes, because this stuff does seal pretty quick. Alright, so we're going to let that sit, and we'll be right back. Alright, now it's been about 5 minutes. We're going to take our bolts out of here carefully. Now, for the other side, I always like to use red silicone. I do not like using any other color. I like the red so it withstands heat. And again, I'm going to put a small bead around it. Small thin bead, and I'm barely hovering the silicone above the gasket. You can see how it comes out to be a nice thin layer, except for right there. And it's good. Let's close it up.
You missed a spot.
Here. So you said I missed a spot.
Right there.
Here, okay, there you go. Okay. Don't want to get the boss upset.
Right there.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go.
Close the circle.
Okay, how about that?
Yep.
Right there. Alright. Good?
Yep.
Alright. Let me get a little bit right there. Alright. Close the circle up over here. See how she got me?
That's closed.
Okay. Alright. Take our bolts. Let's go over here. We're going to carefully lower this down. Remember, we're going to keep the whip holes to the top. Alright? So let's go over here. Now, it looks like this is the easiest bolt to get to right there. So as I'm looking at the water pump right here, up here, yeah, up here, I know this bolt we're going to go in first. All right, so let's slowly lower this down. Bring it over. Let's get that one bolt started. Okay, now we're going to the bottom of it, since that's the next easiest one. And I'm still trying to keep the water pump away from the engine till I know I got some of these bolts lined up. There you go. All right, let's get these rest of these. Oh, we got the battery going dead, so let's go change the battery before we put the other bolts in. Be right back. All right, we got 3 more bolts to put in. Let's get these bolts started. We got that one way up underneath. That's the hardest one to do. one. Let's change sides. Alright, we got all in. Now let's tighten them up. Now, if you're not used to an air ratchet, don't use an air ratchet. I am. So you just use a regular ratchet. So I'm used to an air ratchet, so I'm gonna go ahead and start tightening these up. And then that one at the bottom, that's the one that's hard to get to. And one more. Now, if you're using a regular ratchet, what you want to do is go to a bolt, tighten it up till it can't go no more, and just a little bit more. That's it, because again, it's going into aluminum, it's easy to strip out. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, next, we got our water pump pulley, and we got our 4 bolts right there. And what you want to do here is just put one of the bolts into it like that. Bring it down. Just get it lined up with one of them. And once you get one lined up just like that, I know you're like, dang, what? I have so much hard time doing it. He just got that one shot. I am used to this. And I'm Astral. You gotta remember that. I'm Astral. I like that name.
You might want to explain to people that your name is not Astral, because people call up and say, can I speak to Mr. Astral?
Hey, let him go. That makes me feel good. Can I speak to Mr. Astral? All right, let's get these other bolts in here. People funny. All right, I'm bringing these in by hand. Let's get the other 2. And we're not going to tighten this up until we got the belt on. Alright. When we come back, we're going to swing this belt around to get it on. We'll be right back. Alright, I did forget about one thing. Let's get our idle pulley back up here. Let's get that. Can't put the belt on without that. Okay, 13 millimeter. Gonna tighten this up and we'll be right back. Alright, we just went online and got the belt routine for this vehicle. And as you can see, there it is in the diagram, just in case you need it. So let's go over there, put this belt on that way, except for one pulley, and then we're gonna use the tensioner, bring it back and put it on. We'll be right back. Alright, I got the belt on, except for going on the pulley right here, the idler pulley. So what I'm gonna do now, over here, see I got my tensioner still in there. We're gonna bring it back, and at the same time go to put this belt on just like that. Make sure to put all the other pulleys are lined up and slowly release. And then okay, we got our little light. You want to make sure that all the pulleys are lined, all the grooves are in, or it will shred that belt up. So you want to go to each one. Yeah. And you want to make sure everything is lined up. Alright, once you got everything lined up, we're going to go over here and work our little tool out of there. Okay, put that to the side. All done. Everything's looking good. Now, what we're going to do, we got remember our little wire over here? You can see it on this side now. Let's take our little wire off our power steering hose. Okay, remember that swings back into place right there. Let's get our bolt and put that in. We'll be right back. Okay, we got our 13 millimeter bolt. Okay, get it hand tightened. Well, not hand tightened. You can bring it as much as you can. Now you want to pay attention to over here on the corner of the bracket. There's a little tab that bends down, bend at a 90-degree angle, right there. Make sure when you tighten that up, make sure that's in there, just like that. All right. Then we're gonna bring it in, tighten it up, and we'll be right back. All right. Final step. Let's get our hose on there. Where the heck is our clamp at? Dang it! That clamp's still in the bucket. Nope. Maybe the clamp fell. Alright, let me go find this clamp. Be right back. Alright, found the clamp finally. Alright, I'm gonna put the clamp over here. The front to upper hose up on the radiator. Then we're gonna bend our hose down. Put it up there. Alright. Now this clamp right here, regular screwdriver or 5/16 or 8mm socket. I love these clamps better. Okay, we'll tighten that clamp up. Okay. Now we go to this one, which I hate, and I still got a rag here covering up our positive. Watch your camera, I might hit it. Watch your camera, I might hit it. Okay. Hate these clamps. Alright, bring this clamp down. Okay, let it snap into place just like that. Good to go. Let's get some fresh antifreeze and we're gonna start filling this up. Be right back. All right, customer also got some O'Reilly. Make sure you get 50/50 antifreeze, and you want to make sure on this one is for GM cars with Dexcool, which is this vehicle. But get some antifreeze that says can mix with any color, and that way you're safe all the way around. Alright. What we're going to do here, we're going to start pouring it into the system and filling this up. Right? And this is a self-bleeding system. There's no bleeding screws or anything, so we're just going to keep going until it fills up. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, got that done. Now we got our 10mm socket with our ratchet. Let's go down there and tighten up our water pump pulley bolts. Got 4 of them. 1, 2. Come on now, where's this other one's at? There they go right there. 3, and somewhere down here, it's number 4. There it is. Okay, number 4. Alright. Let's go start this vehicle up. Alright, let's get the keys. Let's go over here. Start it up. Alright, what we're going to do is sit here and wait till it warms up. Get the temperature up to operating temperature. Something wrong with that gauge, because that gauge reads a little bit above cooling out, and it shouldn't read that. It should definitely not read that right now. I think we have a bad coolant sensor here. So I'm going to let them know that. Alright, let's warm this up. We'll be right back. Alright. Nice operating temperature, right in the middle. Heat's coming out really good. Except for this side. This side, is coming out cool. Even though I got it on hot, this side is coming out hot. The blend door actuator for this side is messed up on this car. On the right side, we're gonna be showing you how to change that one day when they're ready to do it. So right now, this side is cool. So we can cut this off. Let's shut it off. And actually, sometimes the blend will actually start making noise. You can actually hear it. Start it back up. Make sure everything good. Temperature stayed right where it's at. That's good. Cut our heat back on. This side's coming out hot. This side's coming out cold, even though I got this all the way on hot. So it's good to go. Go out here, verify, make sure there's no leaks nowhere, down anywhere, no water pump or the thermostat, because previous video we did a thermostat on it. And one day I'm gonna show you guys how to do the fill up these systems using the Airlift. As a matter of fact, let me show you here. See if we go up in the truck. Let's see here. Do I got it anywhere in here? And did I take it out? Yeah, this is right here. This system is called the Airlift. Now this system is great. So even if you have a system that need to be bleeding or don't need to be bleeding, you use this, and you can fill up a cooling system instantly. I'm telling you, no bleeding or nothing. This is a great tool. And I'm definitely going to show you guys how to use this. Alright? Any car, and I'm telling you, any car that has, you have to bleed the system, you don't have to do it with this. Airlift. Check that out. And actually, even if you look on all data or something, and it tells you how to bleed this car, it'll tell you, use the Airlift system. Alright, we're good. We're going to make sure our bottle's filled up to the line. Let's get this wrapped up. Be right back. Alright, there you have it. Changing the water pump on a 2007 Chevy Impala, the LT with 3.5. Any questions, be sure to put them in a comment or email me at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Do not call. I'm out the road all the time. Email me. I'm always checking YouTube throughout the day while I'm out here. So, you know, I ain't got no problem. I'll answer you and help you out the best way I can. This is Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. You guys and girls, take it easy.